If I put up a stat on, and y'all understand this is what dudes in jail is doing, man. If you get in the phone, you get a dude to put up a stat, and if you like my stat 3 times, we go together. In my jail heads, you like me. I don't care if you thought I was funny. You like me, I'm about to get in your inbox. You about to write a prison nigga. That's what's about to happen. That's about to happen right there. And that's why I tell these prison stories for real, because, and I keep at it now, because it's a reminder to me. Yeah. Me personally, I need that reminder, because I feel like once I stopped telling the prison stories the first time around, like once I stopped coming in doing those I was Tasmanian Devil, off to the races. Right. So what happened was, it blew from there. So then I'm doing things, music. I'm messing with this DJ in Brooklyn, DJ Styles, Main Event. I got we're doing the Apex Alpha thing, going rapping, doing this, and boom, I get locked up. So the whole time I'm locked up though, on this 2 years, all I'm hearing is from everybody is, yo, what's up with the prison stories? You know, your music, what's up? Well,
that shit was in demand.
So I came home this time, and it was doing my cousin Monica Cooperwood. She like, yo, put it on YouTube. And I'm like, cuz, I ain't about to put this, like, ain't nobody gonna. She like, dude, all these people on Facebook be on here. Put it on YouTube, and this is the wider the world going hit, and they gonna go with it. So I just I did the first joint, the Yard, and then a couple other joints. The next thing I know is, it was just, and me, I'm looking at it like this, because you got to say, the world we come through, we used to fast money, fast everything. So it's like, yo, I'm looking like, okay, 30 or 40 subscribers a day. I'm looking like, this ain't nothing. But then, like I said, son from Cali, he put me on like, yo, you're doing phenomenal. He was like, yo, he started putting me on other people's YouTube. He's like, look at that. He said, you about to break 1,000. Then you're going to break 2,000. He said, from there, you just going to keep going. Right. So it was just like getting in there. And then when I started seeing my own situations, it's like I wanted the world to know, or people know, that my brothers, the ones that I'm in irons with, the ones that, and not to jump off top of them, I'm gonna get to why Scotty coming. I tell dudes like this, listen, it's a difference between putting on from Buffalo and putting on for Buffalo.
That's a fact. That's a fucking fact.
Like, we done put on for Buffalo. We done been in yards to where when it was time to go, and they was saying, yo, Buffalo coming to the yard, or we at the yard. Dudes with knives and all this other stuff, and we bleeding for Buffalo. We went to war for Buffalo. Right. So these is the brothers I'm with, dudes that from where I'm from that 7-1 half a dozen. So, I wanted to get their point across, the things that they've been through, so you could see, like, I may come with, humor to my situation, even with serious, but to his situation may not be no humor. Right. You know what I'm saying? It may something you need to hear in all aspects of ways, on all levels. So I did a couple. I did Scotty. I did Fat Scotty. Shout out to him. I did Tubbs, and then me and Cuz is kicking it. And because I report, you must understand, like this is my big cousin. This is a man that, you know what I mean. He's the person that's, behind the scenes that helped me set up other avenues for other dudes in interviews. So he plays a big, like a huge part of it. Like, I know the dudes I know, but he knows so many more. And I can't take that away in no type of way.
Yeah, unconfessional.
So both of us is official. Both of us official, legit dudes. We good on our name, our words. There's no paperwork, no back talk, no nothing. And so whenever we reach out to somebody on both ends, it's just like it come together. Right. So I reach out to Cuz. I'm like, yo, Cuz, do the YouTube for me. They hit me with, dude, what is that, man?
That's this nigga right here.
Dude, what is that? Yep. So I'm like, nah, come on.
Because you told me when Davey, shout out to Davey, we was working out the costume joint.
Yeah, that's a
when
fact.
He mentioned it, I'm like, man, I'm not about to do no fucking YouTube, man. What the fuck is you talking about?
That's a fact. Because I know him too. I'm like, it's a long shot because I know he don't be with the. So I'm like, but I'm steady in his ear, like, man, come on, Cuz, man, come on. So he like, all right, dude, I'm gonna do it. I like, all right, cool, shut him down. And you know what I mean? He exposed himself, which takes a lot of courage for another man to give up their story or the things that they went to, because a lot of us get taught while we in here that we hold this stuff in. We don't tell nobody about the things. Like, if you knew half the things that your family member, and not saying that, it's your fault, because they put themselves in that situation. But if you knew half the things that they was going through, really understood, if you walked a month in their shoes in a certain facility, your mind would explode.
Yep, that's a fact.
Yo, bro, I lived in Attica for damn near 2 months before I got shipped out. And every day I woke up there, I wasn't worried about an inmate, no way, shape, form, or fashion. I was worried that the people that's supposed to protect and care, they gonna end my life today. Mm-hmm. Every morning I woke up to step out that cell, it was like, damn, I might be this nigga to go today. Cause you would be on the line and it'd be like, you would see a nigga behind you and then it'd be like a scary movie. Woof, he gone. And then you like, damn, what happened to him? You get back to the cell, everybody like, yo, what happened to bruh? Man, you already know what happened. You like, now you just gotta get it out your head like, all right, I'll face the day tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, something that
my uncle spent 32 years in Attica to the day he died.
And you know the ass part about that is, it be these pencil neck ass weak dudes. You give them a badge, a position of power, they abuse the fuck out of it, and that's just that cycle. And it's like nothing I could do about it. I'm a John, you know,
and that's
I'm gonna be down.
And it's the flip side to it too. Like I always say this too, like far as with COs and stuff like that. Like, yo, that's a job, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? If I knew better, I would have did better. You know what I'm saying? So I respect any person who take that route and decide to get that free money. Because that's what it is.
It's free
You're
money.
basically a babysitter. Yeah. So you don't do nothing. You're a turnkey's babysitter. You don't do nothing. Your job is not hard at all. And especially nowadays, unless you go into a facility where it's straight ruckus, most dudes is trying to get out of jail. Mm-hmm. Chicks is walking around in leggings. Leggings wasn't even invented when I was it was the old stretch pants.
What do they call it, spandex?
You remember the spandex? It was a stretch pants with remember they had the little foot part they slip in at the bottom? It was stretch pants, you know what I'm saying? But now they had leggings, so dudes is trying to get back out here. You may got dudes who gang banging us, but the regular dudes is trying to make it through their bed. They trying to get in and get back out. So most of the time, the officers in a certain facility, you ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. But yet, I respect the ones that come to work, 8-hour shift. Like you would come to work and be like, tell dudes shit like this on. Come on, you got 60 dudes on your company. You come to work, you tell them, listen, act like men, I treat you like men. Mm-hmm. This is what I don't like. And dudes will rock all day like that and keep it pushing. But then you got the dudes who come and they couldn't pass at the academy. They failed the state trooper test. FBI didn't want them. Mm-hmm. They ain't got, man, they come in, as soon as they come through the door, they kick the door open and do a backflip through there, rolling. You like, listen, Murph, you like, listen, Murph, you ain't got to be like this, man. Nah, I got to secure. Dog, listen, you would tell them like, listen, man, it ain't even like that. Dudes are just, they don't care. They want to tear, search. They want to, and it's like, man, if you really wanted to go, you could have joined the army, man. Be all you could be. Mm-hmm. This right here is just
babysit.
Just babysit, man.
That's it.
And what I wanted to, when I watched your episode together, what I took away from it was everybody when they go to prison, they attack it differently. You know, mm-hmm. some people find religion, some people read a lot of books. You know, people find ways to just mellow out their mind. Mm-hmm. Now, when I watched the episode,
some
with
niggas jerk off a lot.
This one,
I do that shit free.
I was about to say,
I beat my
prison or home.
Listen, I tell them like this in a heartbeat, man. I beat my meat like it owed me money, man. I had to pass my days,
you
man.
can just get done fucking and beat your meat to the highlights in your head.
Man, what the real five fingers say.
Come on.
But what I wanted to know is, I noticed in the episode, you couldn't really find a lot of humor in your situation. Now, was that more so, on the spot, you just not really able to think about shit, or it's just really like, man, you had a different look at it. Like you didn't want to, you wasn't the type to really put the, like I said with you, or even with myself, like when in my bad situations, I try to find humor in it just to ease my soul, really. Yeah. So like, how was like was it like funny shit that really happened, or it was just like, man, nah, listen, let me
I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong. It was like I said, hanging around, cause it was certain moments where we laughed and joked and kicked it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, we laugh and joke and kick it, and then when I lock in, I'm crying like a baby because I will be so stressed out about certain things. Like, look, when we lost Mr. John, I was in prison. I had to get that phone call, and then I ain't had nobody to confide in. I mean, I confide in them, but then after that, I'm locked in a cell by myself, and now I'm just sitting looking around like, oh shit.
Damn.
Now I'm getting claustrophobic. The walls is closing in on me. I ain't got nobody to talk. I lost my best friend. I lost Kev. I lost Rob. I didn't have nobody to really help me comfort or really talk to help me get through that. So when he asked me the question, like, what was a funny moment, I'm not going to lie. The only thing I thought about was pain. I couldn't think about nothing that was hilarious or just even comical. All I thought about was the nights I cried. The nights I was in my cell hungry, drinking water, eating some fruit to go to sleep.
God,
that's all
sugar
I could
water.
think about.
Nigga drank sugar water since he was 2. You grown drinking sugar water.
Word. And you really drinking that just to put
full your
calories
belly.
and shit in your
then
body so you don't get depleted.
Then you still getting up in the middle of the night to have to use. So you just either keep getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom or drink water, or when you in the box. This is what people don't understand. You in the box. The last time they feed you in the box is 4 o'clock. So now you keeping your toast all day. You ain't got no bread bag or nothing like that. What happens when you leave bread out all day?
You said
it's
that
hard.
bread and water.
Have you ever sat there and dipped your bread in water and then had to sit there and just, you know what, this is motherfucking bullshit. I'm sitting here eating bread, dip soggy water bread.
And that shit became the norm.
Normal.
Like motherfuckers doing that shit like normal shit.
But cause things like this. I always say this right here. I'm not like they be asking me like, yo, I should do stand up. I'm not a comedian, man. Like I say, I'm a psychopath that loves to laugh, and this is what helped me.
I fuck with that. I like that phrase.
This what helped me not lose my foot. Like I had some moments where you cuz be like, yo, dude, you're losing it. And I would have to grab myself, and if I didn't laugh or didn't find the dark humor in situations, it would have went tragic. You know what I'm saying? But cuz it's always, you know what I'm saying, it's make up the seriousness, and him being as serious to how he is somebody how I was thankful for that, because when I'm going through my stuff, it's somebody I can confide in that ain't looking at it as, oh, you just get over it, or this, that, or this is, no, it's not. This is the life that we live in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is life. And you gotta say something too. I find stuff, when I find stuff funny, it's, like he said, it's us joking. But when we touch the yard, it ain't no jokes.
That shit is all that
there's
laughing,
no jokes, there's no
shit.
kikiing, there's no, so when I did find moments that I could laugh or it was all right.
Something to hold on to.
Something to hold on to. It was a precious moment that you could share with somebody you build. Because you understand, you living on a gallery with dudes, y'all got life, decades, all this. Everybody on this, so y'all on there together for years. You seeing a dude's, you hearing his pain, his hopes, his dreams, his happiness. Like niggas don't know, like in life, in the movie Life, when Eddie Murphy was like the boom boom room. Man, listen, man, that's real.
That
like
shit is
dudes
real.
sit there and we'll sit there and talk on the gate and be like, yo, bro,
shit
you may
is
not
real.
know dude ain't never gonna be shit a day in his life. This nigga ain't never been shit, ain't gonna be shit, won't be shit. But if he made up a thing and you could talk about it and y'all can imagine how it would look at this, man, it take your mind away from everything, man.
And then you got bitch ass Martin Lawrence trying to kill the whole
trying to kill a whole body. Listen, man, I used to sit in my cell, right? Cuz had the super, right?
Yeah.
So Cuz had the super, man.
That's like a Super 3 is like having a kicker in your trunk.
and your trunk
You know I love beats.
Yeah.
So I got my cell
was
rattling.
So you remember when they used to have come on Saturday nights used to be at the club. What club was that? Birchfields? It was Birchfields, right?
You know how BLK used to do the live.
Listen, man, Cuz used to throw the joint on, right? I used to put on my visiting. I put on my light, put my visiting clothes, put my posters up of chicks out of the Smooth magazine. Me and Malaya, we together. I got a wife. But Malaya, you don't know how many nights we slow dance.
Malaya, she's on fire.
Listen, Drake. They thought Drake was the first light skin she was with. I was really there. So listen, and then I put this on, and I'll be in there dancing and getting crazy in there. I'll be walking up to the post like, yeah, shorty, you come here a lot? She's like, nah. I'm like, yeah, I know, baby. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy? You saying that? A lot of people used to tell me I used to help them get through the night.
That's a fact.
Because like the whole company could hear it.
Whole company.
And we just out, like, it's like we partying.
Right.
We party, motherfuckers cooking, smoking weed, whatever they doing,
and just get
I
through
just
their
got the
night.
music on.
R&B night? Man, niggas sitting in this cell like this.
Oh my God.
Can I come over tonight? Come over. Stop by, come over. You know, you in there.
Yo, Violators, man. First off, I know this a big episode, but man, we dropping this in 2 parts. We dropping this episode in 2 parts because I want to talk, man. I'm fucked with this. You know why though? Because shout out to all of the guests that we have on. You know, we have a lot of thorough ass dudes, people that got followings, people that's really out here making shit happen. But you know, anytime we could like switch the shit up and we can switch the format, we ain't gotta have a rapper or a singer.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah, you know how I mean.
Check my music. He just trying to put me in a category. Nah, let's go.
But nah. Like, you know, like it's just I like for us to tackle different shit, especially when the conversation got substance. You feel me? So that's everything, man. Like, yo, I would say, yo, your first robbery episode, bro.
That shit was funny.
Nigga, yo, you and your man switching guns like video games.
Yo, when I used to sit in the cell, right, I used to think about that. I used to be like, yo, and we'd sit there and we'd be laughing. And shout out to my boy Sean, man. Not a follower, no way. He dope boy fresh. If he need, I'm going to go for him like he going to go for me 100%. We just always like that. I was just the one that was on this, and he was the one that was selling drugs. So if I say it's a lick to get, he with it. And if he say this, I'm following his lead. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't something he was used to. Like, I grew up, my father was a pimp, my mother was a whore. I have no shame and no way in saying it is what it is, made me who I am. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of things. I seen my first body when I was 6. You know what I'm saying? So with being my mother, I done been on my first jukes with my dad. He done threw me through a window and pretended it was a video game. Yo, go unlock the door. We ninjas. So, you know, and when it came to that, it was just like, all right, come on, like, let's go. But my man, like, nigga, I sell drugs. What the fuck are you doing? He like, I'm like, yo, man, listen, we gonna do this, do that, and third.
I don't kill.
Yeah, he looking at me like, dude. So we get there, he like, let's switch guns. We in front of it, I'm like, let's switch guns. Yeah, bro, come on. I'm like, you know what? All right, we go back, we switch guns. We getting closer. I just see this nigga modeling, this nigga woman. I'm like, hey, this ain't no photo shoot. This nigga like, man, I ain't about to go in with this nigga. We start arguing, and I'm just looking at this shit out there. I'm thinking about, like, we was really sitting there arguing in front of this place. And I'm like, I know people had to be walking by. I got this sawed off on the side of me, and I'm hoodies, and I'm saying to myself, I know somebody rode by and said, oh, them niggas going to jail.
This look like a robbery.
These niggas going, let's watch this shit. Let's watch this shit right here. Because them 2 niggas going to jail. We literally sitting there arguing. I think at one point I done waved the shotgun in the air. Nigga, listen.
That's the type of shit you watch from a distance.
Yeah, you like, oh, it's about to happen. So, you know, it's just being real about the situation, man. It's you know what I mean? Nobody can say it ain't been times where stuff happened or in situations like ain't nobody, nigga, if you was just born to be an immaculate street nigga, you should just be mad at God. Because if you just came out the womb without making no mistakes in life, it's just like, and just crime was just meant for you, then you know you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't even got a chance to be redeemed.
Yo, but I got a question though.
What's up,
so, do you just find yourself just reminiscing, or you got your shit written down? Like, cause I know the one joint when you was like the In the Box series and everything else, you said you was just writing, you know what I mean, the different laws. Like, does somebody like? Cause I know for a fact, like with my normal job. Like, I'm pretty much the same way. Like, some people will see things one way. I find the humor in the shit. You know what I mean? Do you write that shit down, or is it just something that you just keep in the back of your head?
Bro,
and
I'm
then just...
going to tell you like this, real talk, bro. All this stuff be just in my head. Like, you know how they say somebody got the, when they could see something, read something one time, and it's...
You're just thinking like the mad scientist.
Like, if the situation, days, points, times... actions, the way you acted, the way you said it, the way you brought up, it's there. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, every day I was in jail. And that's why I said what makes me, I can't forget it. Because every day I was in prison, from the point I got locked up to the point I left, I can remember the days. It's like I remember, and if I don't remember them days, I remember what happened that week.
Right.
I still remember. Wednesdays is hot dogs for y'all don't know. Wednesdays is hot dogs, tater tots. You know what I'm saying? It's just
that shit hit different then.
It's just no, you don't want them shits. Them shits they come out green. You don't want those. You ever had green hot dogs?
I had green
You gotta
hot
put the
dogs.
ketchup and mustard over them. You pretend.
So you getting you some
Sam I am. You know what I mean? So you know, so it's just, and then like I said, like it come from writing and writing music. Like it was a point in time, like yo, I used to write music so much, write all the time, and yo, that's another thing I love about Cousin, because one thing about him is he gonna keep it 100 with you.
That's a fact.
I don't care who you is. I don't care how much he love you. He's gonna keep it 100. There's no for like, yo, yeah, that's no. Yo, I used to really be writing, and I'd be like, yo, cuz, come here, come listen to this. I'll be like, yeah, listen to this. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Dude, that's trash.
Yo, that's
garbage.
That's up, yo.
Nigga, it's a 2-pack of ass. It stinks. It's horrible. Yo, so every day they made me like, they would, and my son Suge, shout out my son Suge from Long Island, he would tell me, yo, go back in the cell, write that shit over, Michi. And every day I would write. So, you know, when you writing music and you putting rhythms together and everything like that, you can't help but start to see certain things, the way your life turned out, like, yo, how is this a story?
Right.
And what's funny about this? What's interesting about this? What's the highlights in it? What's something that's funny that you think nobody would have found funny? And then I see, like, the points in it in my own humor, like, oh, yeah, that's... the nigga wrestling nigga with no drawers on. Who's gonna wrestle it? Like, right now in the street, somebody pick a fight on you, bro. Listen, get butt ass naked on him.
You running.
And just get in front. Listen, bro, just get in front of him, do like this. Do like, I promise you, he gonna be like, yo,
You got
for
that.
real, you got that. You wanna do it like that? Then you gotta tell him, even if he is bold, you be like, when you try to slam me, you know what's gonna brush up against you. It's right here on your face. They gonna be like, you know what? I got you.
And that's you could put that in the same category with like fighting the gay. Shout out to gay dudes. I don't got a problem. My brother gay, love him,
Love
to
him.
death.
Ain't my lifestyle.
Right, but that's like the same equivalent. Like when you talking about the
Windmill
first
your
robbery
ass to
episode. When you was talking with the smart mouth gay dude,
Yeah.
like you said, I should beat his ass, but he take yo, bro, ain't nothing worse. Cause I knew a gay nigga in high school that could really give a nigga the business.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I forget cousin that he's from Dodge, but he'll get a nigga the business, and ain't nothing worse than fighting a gay dude that act like a female, got the strength of a dude, and y'all you fighting a gay nigga.
Listen.
that L.
Listen, I tell dudes this all the time. Just because they act like females don't mean that they females. Just because they act like that don't mean that they female. You can't take that for. My thing is this right here. Long as you don't violate me listen, bro, live your life, this, that, and the third. Because this, I tell dudes, it's a lose-lose. If you beat a dude that's gay in jail, he gonna sit there. If he lie and say, "Oh, nigga beat me up because I won't give him no ass."
Yeah.
Now everybody's gonna roll with that. I don't care how official you is. You could be the realest dude in the world. I don't care how many niggas you done stabbed, how you done did this, how you done gave it up. If once he starts spreading that, it's always gonna be some niggas that want to put that out there.
Right.
So next thing you know, you pull up to the box. Oh, you the nigga that fought the gay dude because he wouldn't give up the ass. Doo-doo booty nigga. So you know what I mean? That right there. Then if he whoop you, whoa.
Now you got beat up by a chump.
Now you got beat up by a chump. I know a dude.
You ain't living that
I
down.
know a dude in Wendy, and I say this with respectfully P. His name Peaches, but I say respectfully P, so he wouldn't, get mad at me because he like to be called Peaches. But I gotta say, I ain't call no man Peaches. You grown, but I'm gonna call you respectfully P. You know
We got morals at the end of the day.
respectfully. Yo, listen, I watched this dude beat a dude up in the mess hall. The man had Vaseline and Kool-Aid on his lips, and beat the dude up with Vaseline and Kool-Aid on. It's no coming back from that.
No
Coming
way.
back. I don't care what you do.
In or out? No.
It's not happening.
Nah.
And every time you walk through the mess hall, come to the mess hall, this nigga like, I whooped his ass. That's not. It's over. Mm-hmm. So it's like certain things you got to be like, nah, all right, cool, brother. I respect you.
Right.
Just respect me, brother. Mm-hmm. You live your life. You live your life how you live it. Just respect me, brother. Because I don't want to stab you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to stab you.
It's gonna have to go there.
Yeah, because I can't fight you. Because I listen, I'll tell you one thing I was scared of was this right here in jail. And I asked dudes this. If they was like, when I first came to jail, if a dude was super big and been down mad long, I would ask them seriously, look them in the face and be like, yo, listen, man, you ain't forcefully ever rented nobody booty hole, have you?
Yo, dude, what is wrong with you?
Nah, because I need to know. Because if you say yeah, And then you ain't about to knock me out, Violator. We gotta fight. We gotta fight in front of people. Nah, we gotta fight in front of people. Like 10 of my niggas gotta be here because you might got a dead arm. We ain't on.
I was like, nah, nigga, I need to know your intentions.
So if listen, you could have been a midget and you say, yeah, you got that. Long as you don't say that, we can fight all day. That's the only thing I'm scared of in jail. Hey, I'm dead serious. I ain't never knives, razors. None of that ever terrified me. One thing terrified me, they be like, yo, listen, I'll take ass. No, I want no problems with you.
Nah,
I don't want no problems with you at all. Cause you could be the best fighter in the world, and all it takes is a slip, and your head hit them bars. Boy.
Now, see, speaking of that, now, everybody, you know, you are OG. Y'all both OGs already.
Right.
You know, we know about y'all. So, I know, obviously, you had to, you know, handle yourself in prison. You had to do what you had to do. And I was watching a video where you said you never took an L. And I can honestly say, I believe it. I believe it. Like I said, growing up, I've seen you in situations, putting niggas down. I know what's up. And that's what I respect about you. The one thing I respect about you is not even fighting, yeah, but if you take it into a broader aspect of you'll put a nigga down, you handle your business, but what made you real is because you didn't shy away from your emotion either. Like, that's a real man. Like, I remember years ago, remember me and Granddad got in that fight? When me and Granddad got in that fight, me and you sat on the phone and cried to each other. And I just remember saying, like, damn, man. And I think that was I mean, we've had other emotional connections, but that shit was the latest thing we had. And I was like, damn, man. When we got getting off the phone, going into that night, I was like, man, my uncle a real ass dude. Like he down doing what he got to do. But it's like, man, you take the time. And I don't know how I work with phone calls if you're in front of a lot of people, you're in private, but you sitting there and you just letting your raw emotion out to your nephew, and then, man, that shit meant a lot to me because you talked me off the edge because I was wilding, I really was, and that's something that I still regret, you know, putting hands on Granddad. But it's like, yo, man, you talked me out of that, and just the fact that you was able to just, you know, go off of what everybody know you are, what your reputation is, to just, you know what. This family at the end of the day. Let me show my raw emotion. I respected that.
Like Cuz, and this is nothing about Cuz, right? Just so everybody know, yes, the first 5 or 6 sales is in your whole business. So if your relationship, if you on the phone, whoever you on the phone with, they in that with you too. Right. So you got some other uncles you don't even know about. They niggas like, nigga, I wish you would have put hands on my father. I wish he would have. I'm telling you, they sitting there, they done wrote nothing about 10 of their nephews. If you think about it. But no, I'm gonna tell you something about Cuz. Cuz, man, strategical. Like, even when he say he never took a loss, I can vouch for that for the simple fact is that Cuz ain't the one not saying he for the bullshit, but he ain't want to bring the bullshit. Right. Like, everything that Cuz do is tactical and strategical. Like, if it's unnecessary, it's unnecessary. Like, he would tell me a bunch of times, like, yo, dude, nah, that's a wrap. Like, nah. But if we had to, we had to. When we had to, you moved. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like, Cuz pulled up, and I met Cuz in jail. Cuz pulled up to the gallery. So we talked, like, yo, your last name Cooperwood. He was like, yo, So we were family members. So we like, oh, it's family. But from that point, it was like, you know, it's family. And you will hear dudes say that or be like that, but actions will show it truly.
Facts.
So I remember we get into a situation, we playing chess in the yard, and me and him used to play chess. They used to be spanking me. So I have my wins every once in a while. So we be talking stuff to each other while playing chess. And this is what we do, our thing.
Right.
So I remember a kid off to the side that, you know, was basically admiring Cuz, was like, I said something to Cuz, and he said, yo, you serious? You don't talk to my man like that. And even before I could even look up to say, because it's like, you know, you have to save face regardless of the fact, like, I don't know you, bro, so why is you even talking to me?
Right.
So even if you from Buffalo, me and you never speak to each other. So then you broadcasting this for other dudes. But Cuz cut it off quick, like, yo, nigga, that's my family. Like, man, mind your business. Was anybody? And he felt shocked, like, yo, oh, you my man. Nah, nigga, this my family. But he pulled me up, Cuz pulled me back there. I was like, yo, listen, we ain't gonna do that no more in the yard because we gonna end up, that'd have been an unnecessary situation right there.
Right.
And that's what I say about he cut unnecessary situations out. Like, unnecessary situations, that would have been an unnecessary situation. Like, if someone would have said something smart back, I'm popping. And if I'm popping, he going. Now we done gang assault or jumped him and we both in the box for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For just because somebody wanted to impress him or jump out the window in general.
Right.
So he always was with the stuff that's, if it's not necessary, there ain't no point of going forth with it. You get dudes that put themselves in unnecessary situations. Like I done put myself in unnecessary situations. And I done got my ass whooped a few times for them unnecessary situations.
Right.
When I could have just avoided it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He don't ever put himself in, I never seen him put himself in unnecessary situations. He always, it was accordingly. It was militant all the way. Everywhere way he moved was militant.
Now you felt like that's just you, or that's when you first went in, that's just you felt like that's how you had to be, or that's something you took from the streets.
Nah, that's definitely something I took from the streets, because basically messing with Kev and his uncles and his pops, like them dudes is straight solid, and they solid.
Right.
And seeing how militant they moved and they didn't stand for shit, I admired them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew going to prison, that's how I had to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was laid back, quiet, kept to myself, but I knew that if a situation did arise, I had to handle it accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's how I basically did my whole time. I never was one to flex my muscle or do something just because I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that was corny.
Right.
That was corny. If I seen somebody picking with somebody, I'm gonna attach myself to him, just to show everybody, like, yeah, you nigga, you think I'm the cool kid, but look who the cool kid fucking with.
Right.
I'm fucking with him now. And now niggas will look at him like, oh shit, yo, he really is all right. But you ain't even get a man a chance to even. You just looked at him, oh, look at this lane. And to me, that's lame.
That's lame. And another thing about prison people don't understand is like this right here. And let me put this out here. Dudes that you may think is official out here, cold bozos.
Yeah.
Like
That's
in the
a
worst
fact.
way, bro.
In the
Some of
worst
dudes,
way.
And like I'm not the one to sit here and violate dudes and put them out there like that, because it's a bunch of dudes that I can sit here and name and this and that third that's out here right now getting money, doing this, doing that, and hey, I respect it. But I always say, yo, just because you get money don't make you official.
Right.
I don't watch these dudes. I don't watch killers, murderers, foe. I don't watch get extorted. I done seen all type of situations, slapped, this, and be looking at this like, damn, this nigga, you in the streets, you about just, but in here it's like, man, how you?
You just got violated.
And prison is like high school in a way. So you might see a dude and he got Jordans on, army coat on, this, that, and the third. Like I'll give you a prime example. I was like one of the only dudes in Wendy that was 20, 21 years old going on trailers.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a fact.
like I was one of the only dudes doing it. There's nobody in their 20s that was in their 20s like that was going on trailers.
Know what's going on?
And my wife.
Trailers is conjugal visits.
Conjugal visits.
Gotcha.
Like we were going, like it's like an apartment, so we spent like 2 days.
It's
and
really
half.
like a trailer, just like a real like
Gotcha.
trailer.
So we would, cause I was married, so we would spend 2 days and a half, and dudes seeing my wife, and they're like, "Oh, she pretty so damn, she married this nigga, so this nigga gotta be official." Like I'm broke as hell, I ain't got. But dudes is going off of what they see,
The
because
perception.
They like if his girl with him and they going trailers and she married and she young, oh, he had to be the man. He had to be this. He had to, nigga, please. Nigga, all right. But that's what they perception they think. So
Right.
if you come in there and you dressed and and they see you go to the store all the time, not even knowing that your family might just be just taking care of you. Your family looking out for you.
Right.
But in their head, they like, yo.
You was getting money. You
getting
official.
So dudes that try to attach themselves to you, not knowing that the dude that's in the state greens with his state boots on, that's what you call it, that moves to a certain type of way, was that dude.
Right.
Or was above that dude. But just because he's just not flashy or showing it, you treat him weird, or because he don't get a haircut or he don't. Do I know cold millionaires that look like Frederick Douglass?
Yeah.
Cold millionaires like Frederick Douglass. And dudes won't say nothing to him. I had a little white dude. Remember a little white dude that got a little short white dude?
Sure, yeah.
The man called in. He used to call in and just call for bomb threats. He used to make bomb threats. That was his shit. That's
That
what
was
he
his
liked to do.
shit. Yep.
He called
For
in.
real, that was his shit.
That's his shit. I'm about to blow
That's
shit
what he was
up.
in prison
For
for.
bomb threats.
Like he was a
A repeated bomb threat.
yeah, just real shit. Real shit.
Repeated bomb. It was
We
weird.
had like 10 years for that.
Yeah, weird as hell.
Some shit like that.
Weird.
Yeah.
He's about this big. Look like Louis Anderson. Look like a little midget.
Just like a midget Louis Anderson.
Look like a midget Louis Anderson.
With red hair.
Talk like I'm like, the officer, I swear to God, the sergeant asked him one day, he said, such and such, what are you doing back here? He said, I came back here to kick you in your ass. Yo, I swear, I'm looking at this dude like, yo, he bugged out. But I was the porter, so on our gallery, but I used to kick it with him all the time. And the man was super smart.
He was.
And the man had bank.
Bread.
And nobody ever would talk to him. Nothing. And the man used to just, and I wasn't even on no, like, trying to, but the man would always look out for me. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, buddy, if you need this, or, yo, here, I got this. Like, hey, I brought 2 of these. At first, I'm like, hey, nigga, I ain't, hey, nigga. But no, he was cool. So when I started kicking it with him, it was like, yo, you can never judge a book by its cover. You never know what you're going to learn from another man because you judge them how they look or how they talk or whatever. It's like you never know what you'll learn. You never know what they can put you on to.
Right.
You might got Bill Gates right next to you, and because you judging him, and not saying he Bill Gates in the form of he may not have all the wealth, but he might got the knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a thing like about jail. You would see with dudes that you'd be like, I used to see stuff, and I'd be like, Dad. I'm thinking of that. I'm gonna tell a story about dude too. Thank y'all for reminding me about that.
Yo, he was a funny cat.
He was hilarious.
He was a funny cat. I forgot about him until you mentioned it.
Hilarious.
All right, so you got anything, Drew?
I'm good.
You good? All right, so like I said, man, Violators, we gonna drop this shit in 2 parts. It was too much. We couldn't just do the regular 20, 30 minutes, man. It was too much content out there to be talked about. So before we wrap up, though, I want to know, man, besides Life in the Pen, hashtag Prison Talk, hashtag
In and Out. Yo.
You know. But outside that, what y'all boys got going on? Like, how y'all moving? What's next?
All right, so I'm basically building the page, building subscribers, and what we basically want to do, we want to I don't want to put the name out there because I don't want us to get jacked for the name, but basically what we doing is, we're gonna put a podcast together, and me, Scotty, my man Tubbs, you know what I'm saying, we got a 4th member, but we got to wait for his situation to come through, you know what I'm saying, for his heavenly day to pop, you know what I'm saying, but in between that time, the 3 of us going, basically talk about everything as far as, because what people don't understand is, and I always say this, that why I say and out is because, yo, the same stuff y'all talk about out here, we talk about in there. Mm-hmm. Politics, football. We watch the same TV sports. We have our opinions. If it is, it's more heated. I done seen dudes go to war over who was better, G-Unit or Rockefeller. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dudes go to war. So, just talking about bringing that up, but also bringing it as far as a political view too.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying, understanding when I say political view of things is that, and I ain't trying to get nobody sway them to vote for anybody, but actions speak louder than words. And I'm a prisoner at the end of the day. So any laws that's helping to reform prisoners or get men out of jail for crimes that they shouldn't be spending all this time, whenever you get less time for touching a child and more time for selling drugs, is absurd to me.
That's a fact. Yes.
It's absurd to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if situations is coming through where men are getting released from these situations, I'm saying, these are things that need to be talked about instead of just, no, let this be talked about. This is what this is. This is life that's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's forced to do what we do, but at the same time, it's put out there for us. Understand this. None of the drugs that come over here is produced mainly. Cocaine's not made over here. Mm-hmm. Heroin's not made over here. It's made all across had to come over from borders, had to come in from shipping. So you telling me that y'all can stop any other type of missiles and all this other stuff from coming there? If I got on right now and on my Facebook and even mention anything about this, I have FBI, CIA. Y'all telling me y'all don't get informed about this? And then vice versa. Even with Mexico, people don't understand this. No guns are manufactured in Mexico.
Right.
None are. All the guns come from the U.S. Hey, all their guns. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So now you give us more time for these things that y'all put out there, and yet give the ones who need to have the time for things touching a child, doing things of that nature, less time because you say it's a sickness. Well, nigga, I got a sickness too. I like getting money, man. Come on.
Tomato, motherfucker.
So
let's go.
That's what we coming with that, and
Come on with the raw.
That right there, and then like I said with the music, them Apex Alphas, man. You know what I mean? Kubla the Rockstar, that's my AKA right there, KTR. Look that up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mess with me. Come on.
You dig.
So, you know what I mean? That's what it is, and I'm just happy that y'all had us on here. Like I said, man, bruh, he puts a lot together for me. So shout out to Scotty, man. He puts a lot together.
Shout out Unc. Hell yeah.
I appreciate y'all boys for bringing us on, though. Thank you.
definitely,
That's
definitely.
love. That's definitely love.
Definitely. Yo, and man, it's your boy Jay Super Saiyan Jaffe.
Cool guy, JD.
Life in the pen, hashtag prison talk, hashtag in and out. Come on, man. It's that 7-1 half a dozen. That's 7-1 with the devil in. From Buffalo. Come on.
Scotty B.
And we just a couple of kids from the town. You already know. Violators.